I don't think I would be the same person I am if I hadn't been exposed to Cape May at a young age. So much of my weird constellation of interests clicks sharply into focus if you place the me of my formational childhood years there. It's not like they're odd things to have affection for, but when I look back, the precise configuration could not have been inspired by anywhere else. Instead of spending my spring breaks being spirited down to Florida to visit Mickey Mouse, or being flown to some tropical destination like many of my peers, more years than not, until around the time I was in middle school, my brothers and I were bundled into the family station wagon for the long drive down to the Cape. Once we arrived, I'd peer out of the car windows at all the old Victorian-style homes in wonder. I didn't care much for the wooded walking paths our mom took us down in search of birds, but I adored the nearby lighthouse. And I quickly developed an affection for the sunsets over the water, if the remnants of my first fumbling forays into photography via disposable film cameras are anything to go by. After about a decade of not visiting, I saved up some money and finally visited Cape May for the first time as an adult in 2015. I shouldn't have been surprised to feel even more strongly about the place, and yet I was. I've returned 3 more times since then, and like a fine liqueur, the draw the place has on me only gets stronger and more intoxicating with age, the distance between us the only thing keeping me from being constantly drunk on its splendor. Getting tipsy on the sea wind and briny air brings a bit of a risk-taker out of me, and although the impulses I indulge are small stakes, following a long road just to see where it leads, driving 30 minutes out of my way to try a restaurant I spotted on my GPS app, giving in to the restless desire to take walks at night that I so often ignore, they are the kinds of mini adventures that I somehow don't feel able to pursue when I'm at home. I'm obsessed with Cape May's history and wish I could explore all of the beautiful old houses, especially the love of my life, the sea mist. I now see the trails I reluctantly trod upon as a child as lush adventures. I sit on the sandy beaches to drink in the sun slipping below the horizon, and then remain there in the growing dusk, well past the time the throb of the pulse in my veins has been replaced by the roar of the tide. And all along the way, I snap a series of photographs so that I can remember the glory of it all when I reluctantly return to my normal life. When I was in Cape May this September, it really struck me how much of who I am began there. The colorful Victorian mansions pointed me towards the historical fiction and nonfiction I've spent much of my life devouring, as well as giving me an eye for spotting architectural details wherever I go. Probably someone could say that my desire to go to the sea when I feel sad is connected to my childhood happiness down the shore. Would I have been driven to cram in 6 lighthouse visits in one day when I visited Portland, Maine, if not for Cape May's lighthouse? I doubt it. Cape May is the reason I feel reverent in the kinds of enchanted natural spaces that my girlhood hero Anne Shirley would adore. It's the spark that would have me driving to my job through the woods, even if it wasn't actually the fastest way to get there, which, fortunately for me, it is. Everyone has some place they dream of living. For instance, many people dream of moving to New York City, or to a different state or country. And Cape May, or any of its immediately surrounding towns to be honest, is mine. But I don't think I could bear it to be so far from my family and friends, especially considering that some of my friends already live quite far away. So instead, I'll grasp the magic when I can, a few days at a time every couple of years, and in the meantime, try to hold tight to the parts of that place that are ingrained in me.